Hi there. Today I wanted to do a couple of fairly easy songs to put into the beginner class in case people were still wanting to work on some of those and adding to our repertoire for that. So we've got a beautiful little spiritual Peace Like a River, which I think we can embody the energy of as we sing, which is a wonderful thing to do for everything, yourself included. It's in the key of G. But it's simple enough to change it to the key of C if you wanted to. So that would put the vocals, let's see, if we're doing a C chord. I got peace like a river, I got peace like a river. But this one I happen to have in G, so that's going to set, I've got peace like a river. It's a bit low for me, but that's okay, I've got peace. So if we were going to change it to the key of C, remember, just change the so the resolving chord is typically the key. So if we look at the bottom, it's G. So we're safe to assume we're going back to G, not always at the beginning, but this one is very simple. So every time you see the G chord, you would just change that to a C. And then the chords relative to the original key, you can just use your fingers. So the next chord is going to be so G, A, remember it doesn't go H, G, A, B, C, it's 4 relative to G. So this is going to be now relative to C, so C, D, E, F. So every time that you saw a C chord, you would change it to an F when you're going to put it into the key of C. So far we would have a C chord, and then we would go to an F chord, and then we would go back to a C chord, carrying on. Now we've got a D. So in the key of G, G, A, B, C, D, that's 5 steps away. And so for C, if we want to figure out what that chord is, C, D, E, F, G. So it's a 1-4-5 song, and then just depending on the key that you put it in, those would still be the chords that you would require of any key that you put it into. All right, so let's just do a tiny bit of review. I'm in tune. Again, I'm pulling. We've gotten hopefully a little bit adept at this pulling in of the instrument at the end, while also keeping a loose wrist, playing where the neck and the body overlap. And we're going to position this left fretting hand, and I am a left-handed person, and I have just adapted to having it strung in the traditional way. I'm not suggesting that you shouldn't do that if you're a lefty, but it is something that I think it depends on how strong your handedness is for something like this, but I'm really not sure about that. But just wanted to tell you that I am a lefty, and I've kept it strung the regular way. So we've got the positioning. We know our numbers. So one of the numbers are these frets. So positioning our thumb flat against the neck behind the second fret space sets us right in the center of this action area here. And so I'm going to put my G chord on, and remembering that we want to have a plan of how we're getting between the chords. So I'm just going to strum that using my thumb to come down, but I would normally use my fingernail on the way down. And then I'm going to change to the next chord, which is C. So I was here, I place that ring finger first, and then I strum before I release these other ones. And then I go back to a G. So again, I've found my path. I'm going to put that as a D note, and then I'm going to put those other ones in position. And then I've got the next chord is a D. So my path to get there, I'm going to walk that index finger up to the top string, the 4th string, 2nd fret, and then let the others stack for the D. Now there is an optional way to play the D, and you saw me twist my hand more straight so that I can use this sort of like a stick or a bar to do all those 3 notes, and I'm just lifting the bottom. Now that's a good exercise to do if you want to develop good bar hand and strength, which is something that we want to develop. All right, a little bit of voice and ear. So we're in tune, C string, we're plucking, and this is the time to check in. Make sure you're nice and square as you can be, and the flow of oxygen is coming right in. And let's mix it up. Let's go, let's do string order. So we're going to do a higher G. Normally we do pitch order, but let's do string order. la, and then we could drop it down if we're getting used to doing a low G. So if you have a keyboard app that you can put onto your phone, you can have a little keyboard there and press different pitches. So the low G would be la, 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 la. And then the next string, C, we've already done it, but let's do it again. La, now that's dropping down from this high G in pitch, and then up to the E, so la, and then the E, la, telling the ears how important they are for this, and then the A, la, and you could spend more time on doing that, jumping between the different steps called intervals. But let's get this song going. So we've got, I don't have an intro, but I think 2 bars of G would just be pleasant, right? So now this is going to have a pickup note, which is not indicated, but if I wanted to figure out what that was, I would start to count in sets of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. Love like an ocean in my soul. I've got peace like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. Love like an ocean in my soul. And I hopped that time. I didn't do the deliberate. Third verse, 1. I've got joy like a fountain. Joy like a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. Joy like a fountain in my soul. So that is a bit low for me. And then let's do it. I'll do a little bit in C. And I'm doing that all alternate shuffle strum. So it's down, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. And I'm doing it in C. So I'm resetting my melody pitch by doing that C chord a bunch. And my brain is busy trying to think, okay, how does that melody go? I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like I've got peace like G or G7. I think G7 sounds like I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. Peace like a river in my soul. I got love like an ocean. I've got F back to C. C, 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 and G7. I got love like an ocean. I've got F to C. C to G7, back to C. I've got down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Up, down, C, down, down. So that 1 to the 5, a little sassy ending there. That is typical ending E. So you go from the 1 chord, whatever key you're in, to the 5. So if you just took a pencil, if you wanted to change the key of that, you could put it into any key. But just using your fingers and the alphabet is a really good way to do that. And yeah, let's call that a wrap for that piece, Like a River. And hopefully you enjoy that, feeling all of those things as you go through it. Joy like a fountain. I think there's a verse where you're supposed to do one of each, like peace like a river, love like an ocean, joy like a fountain as another verse. But this nicely fits all onto one page. All right, so hopefully you've enjoyed that, and you can share, like, subscribe to my channel, and pass it along to anybody who you think would benefit from my style of teaching. I hope that you have a wonderful ukulele day, and I will see you next time.